Hello world, Gary Gerhalski here again with my week 6 carnivore diet update. I wanted to take a special shout out to everyone that viewed my last video. It was the most viewed one to date, 390 views. Definitely want to keep expanding my reach and keep sharing my story with a lot of people. So I really appreciate not only the views, but all the comments and the subscribes that I received. If you do enjoy my videos, please hit the subscribe and notification button. That'll come up at the end of the video. I really appreciate it, and it really keeps me motivated. Today, I have a very special video for you today, a case of intrigue, high drama, a very big mystery to unfold with you throughout this video. But first, I want to just start with a little update on my progress. I was down to 288 pounds today. That's a 4-pound loss for the week, bringing me to a total of 40 pounds lost. Once again, I keep saying it every week, just feel fantastic. And it was another tougher week, and I want to run you through what happened that led up to the big mystery within our family during our vacation that we just had this past week. So my wife and I decided to fly to Dallas to watch my daughter Haley play volleyball. She plays for Presbyterian College, and just want to run through on how I handled the week, both eating and exercise-wise. It was a little bit more disruptive. So on Thursday, during the travel day, I decided I wasn't going to eat until we got to Dallas for dinner. So we flew down there, direct flight. I got to Dallas, and we actually found a great steak place that was right near the hotel, which is a perfect situation for the carnivore diet. It was actually within walking distance. It's a Saltgrass Steakhouse. It's a chain down there that we just love. We've been there before, and had a nice 10-ounce sirloin steak with shrimp, which was just perfect. A really good round out today, my only meal of that day specifically. So the next morning came up, and one of the toughest things to do when you're on vacation is to actually set that alarm clock. Set the alarm for about 5:30, got up and did a 4-mile walk before my wife got out of bed. And then we had to get ready for my daughter's volleyball match, which was coming up at 10 a.m. So once again, we skipped breakfast, got to the game, and then we still wanted breakfast, but it was around noon, 1 o'clock when we did. So we couldn't find a breakfast place right away, and we went by a Wingstop. So then we decided, hey, let's get some chicken wings. Pretty good for the carnivore diet, some blue cheese dressing. So 8 wings there, and then we had a later game with Haley at 3 o'clock. And then after the game, we were going to go back to the Saltgrass for steak, but we found out that the team was going to a Texas barbecue place called Rudy's. And I thought to myself, oh, this is just perfect for me. And we have some barbecue places here in Wisconsin, but nothing like they have down in Texas, which I soon found out that night. So Rudy's is actually a gas station, and within the gas station, there's a big barbecue place in back. And I decided to go with what they called the moist ribeye, which was not ribeye, brisket. So the moist brisket actually had fat included to it. So I had a pound of that, and then I had one of their hot sausages. Really perfect carnivore meal for me. So doing great day 2. And then it started to happen the next day. My daughter on Saturday got up. We did another walk in the morning. Got up, went to the game at 10 a.m. and then we finally found a breakfast place. So my wife and I went to the breakfast place, and I ordered a ham and cheese omelet. She ordered French toast, eggs and bacon. And something funny happened during the meal. I was sitting there, the place was a little loud, but I could hear something happening. And there was her meal with 2 big pieces of French toast, eggs and bacon. And I thought to myself, I didn't say it out loud, but I go, Tara, there's no way you're going to eat this whole meal the way you eat. You eat like a bird. So, but there was one piece of French toast that kept, I wouldn't say he was looking at me, but definitely I heard that piece of French toast saying to me, hey man, look at me. I got brown sugar. I got brown sugar, and it's sweet, and I'm dipped in egg, and I got all kinds of carbohydrate white bread sitting there. And I said to myself, hey, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to eat that piece of French toast. And sure enough, the meal was over, and she took the one piece of French toast home and finished the rest of the meal. So we got back to the hotel, and instead of going up to her room, my wife was working on her laptop, and we stayed downstairs in the hotel and watched the Colorado TCU game, which was Coach Primetime, one of my favorite players when he played. And during that whole time we're watching the game, there was the little container, just about this big, silver container, and the piece of French toast was there. And he's like, hey. And the French toast said to me, it said, did you see these lines of syrup that Tara put on me? There were like 3-4 different lines. I mean, that's just like putting in lines of Coke in front of a food addict. I mean, syrupy French toast with brown sugar, the carbohydrates, and it kept just, we were down there for about 2.5 hours, and Tara's trying to finish her work, and I'm watching the game, but it kept, the French toast I felt the weight of the stare of the French toast on me. It was quite disturbing. And then the game got finished, and Tara still had one more note that she had to complete. I said, tell you what, I'll take this up to the room, and I'll wait for you up there as we get ready. We were going to a party that night at one of the parents' house for the whole team. So I took the French toast upstairs. We ended up going to the party, which was really a lot of fun. But then the next morning happened. And the next morning, Tara woke up as we were cleaning to travel home. She goes, Gary, the French toast is gone. Really? I didn't know that. And she goes, also, at the barbecue place the last day, I ordered that banana cream pudding. And she goes, that disappeared too. And I go, you don't say, honey. She said, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Okay, it was me. On Saturday, I went up to the room, and that French toast was sitting there, and I said to myself, I'm just going to have a little bite, just a taste. The taste went into that whole piece of French toast with the syrup, and then the banana cream said, hey, dude, I'm sitting here too. And I finished the banana cream pudding on top of it. And then the next night, on our way back from the trip, I convinced my wife to go out for pizza. I totally slipped. And I know I'm making light of it here, but I can't tell you the power of the addiction that I have. I just couldn't believe that got to me at that point after doing so well on vacation. So I had to admit to my wife that it was me that ate the French toast and me that ate the banana cream pudding, and that made us order pizza that night. And it's like one of those things. Once I get started, I go off the cliff and fall over. In fact, when we got home, not only did I eat some of the pizza, but then I also went downstairs and chugged a can of Coca-Cola. And I'm really embarrassed, and that's why I tried to make light of the situation with everybody on the video. But I tell you what, that addiction is real. And I thought I was going to wake up the next morning with my weight through the roof, but I ended up still being good at 288. But it was a real reminder to me on this diet that it's one little slip up for me. I feel like I'm kind of an all or nothing type of character. Either I'm all bad or I'm good, and not only good, but really intense about the diet. And it's a reminder that I can't just give myself a treat. I remember Dr. Baker, who's a big carnivore diet person, said on one of his videos the week before, says, you don't deserve a treat. Stick to it. This is good for you. This is healthy for you. And had a big slip this week, my friends. And it was kind of eye-opening and quite frankly, very embarrassing in front of my wife, because it seems like these days all I talk about is the diet. Um, I woke up this morning with a new resolve on Monday morning. And we went for a 5-mile walk this morning, and then we went out to do some returns at Dick's Sporting Goods, and went to Texas Roadhouse, had a nice piece of steak and for my meal of the day, and definitely back on track. But to be clear, the man that ate the French toast was me. I'm guilty as charged, and quite frankly, I'm sentenced to another week or weeks on the carnivore diet, and I'm glad to serve my time moving forward. So, all right, friends, another week to come. Hoping to get to that 50-pound mark. I'm going to be really happy when I get to 50, down to 278. It's going to feel great, I'm sure. And getting to the point where I'm going to need to start getting some new clothes. I already bought some new athletic shorts to work out in, but thank you for listening. Really appreciate your support of my channel. Really want to make it spread wide to everyone. So hit that subscribe button. And once again, many thanks to those who watch and enjoy the videos. Hope you have a great week. Talk to you later.